between. Yeah, bolo.
Like I have been reflecting a lot on many things since our last conversation, and especially about healing the trauma. I do a lot of reading these days, especially about emotional intelligence, self-awareness, and all. So I read two different versions of healing. And one version is like, they say like when you accept, when you go through it, when you face it, time heals your trauma. And in another version, I don't know the author, in another version, I read that time does not heal trauma, it just makes you get used to it. You still like, it's like the reference was like, say example, you got injured badly, and it's scarred, right? So in the initial beginning phase of trauma healing, you just keep on like, like scope, like you keep rubbing it and it keeps opening up the wound. With
Westering.
time, yeah, with time, it the wound is still going to be there and you're going to have a scar, which means time does not heal. It actually make you strong enough that you will start to um, like accept that scar and take it as an experience and take it as an something that you should not be ashamed of, you should be proud of. So it's like two different versions. One is like it heals, the other is that you will get used to it. So I'm just confused as what, like I don't know which works for me, which will work on me in the future, but it's just that I'm just having a debate in my own mind as what do you think is actually a version that makes sense according to you, your expertise.
Okay. So first of all, both of them are right.
Okay.
Time will heal, we know that. Secondly, it will leave a scar, that also. But obviously, because the thing is that if you have a fractured hand,
Yeah.
yeah, and if someone is getting close, what are you going to do?
I'm going to protect myself.
Exactly. So that scar, whatever we call as the scar or the wound, that's always going to be there, and that's going to help you protect yourself from getting hurt again. And that's always going to be there. Yeah, you
Okay.
may not have that kind of freedom that, oh, I will not. But that's because the trauma is not there to hurt you only, it's there to help you find the wisdom of you being bigger than this and you being much more capable than all this. The moment you find that wisdom, you're free from it. But that's going to help you because, like, if you didn't have the money, you lost money and you're responsible about it. Next time, you're careful about how you spend it so that I don't go back to the same space of poverty or penury. Is that clear? So that's the way it helps you. That's if they're talking about the scar like that.
Okay.
Okay. Secondly, time will heal. Obvious. Time will heal anything. But when we are learning in homeopathy, we have this the diseases that then we talk about. Are you getting me? Like the viral diseases. They say it heals by itself. And nature also gives you a disease so that it can heal. But the thing is that or nature also heals it. But do you want to wait for nature to heal it? Then nature has its own way of healing it that can leave you disabled also.
Yes.
Are you getting me?
Yes.
So the first thing is that am I willing to take responsibility of the fact that I am having the trauma or I'm traumatized or I'm experiencing the trauma? I will not say traumatized. I'm experiencing the trauma. Am I willing to take the responsibility? And am I also willing to take the responsibility of the healing? Am I willing to take the responsibility of healing and do what is required to be done? Like I need to go to the therapist, I need to meet the mentor, I need to work on it, I got to meditate, I got to be mindful, I got to let go of that anger, rage, shame, pain, hurt. Am I willing to do all that?
Okay.
Am I willing to look the difference, the other side of it also? That if I think, oh, nothing is working, am I willing to also look that there are so many people who have gotten over it and their life is working,
Okay.
or my life is calling me. that I have a family, I have my friends, I have this, I have that. I'm not willing to look at it because I'm completely overwhelmed and clouded by this experience that, oh God, I'm playing a victim. Am I willing to get out of it and say that, oh, I am willing to change my life?
Yes. No, I agree. I think that's the path I'm on.
Again,
And thank you so much for the clarity. And the other thing that I had was related to trauma, right? Um, so this is also I was reading about in somewhere. So it it says that, like, you face trauma based on the image or based on the like a creation of that, say example, a relationship that you make in your mind, and that is what giving you trauma. It's not the external factors, it's actually inside your brain that you have that image or that beautiful memory or anything related to that. And I 100% relate to it, and I am going through it, I know. So, like, I don't know, like, because I feel it like I do have a control on that specific image because that's in my subconscious mind, that's in my mind. But then there are forces, like, I don't know the exact wording on it. There are forces which are outside of my own power, outside of my own hands. Say example, if I have even a friend or someone who that did something to me, I cannot control his or her actions, but I do can control the image. But then the I'm going to take the ownership and accountability of my subconscious mind. But that external force, that external person who's outside of me, it's not me, it's someone, an outside body, also has that power to destroy me. I know I'm the one who's given that power to that person because they cannot take that power from me. It's not like some external person, some random person will come in and, like, can stab me. Only a person who's standing and I'm allowing that person to be next to me. But how do I how do I take charge of even that kind of situation where I know the logistics that it's going to hurt me, it's something I'm suffering, it's something, an image or a relation that I built, and I'm giving that power. But how do I take charge of that kind of situation where I don't let that person impact me if it has already happened once? Like, it's like I have a habit. Like, you have a habit of doing things. I keep going back.
yes.
But how do I take charge of it?
So when you say, how do I take charge? Okay. So basically, I cannot say this is the way to take charge. But when you tell yourself, I am willing to take charge, that itself makes all the difference. And then doing all that what is required, that will ensure that you're taking charge. Are you getting me? Like it's like, how do I take charge that if I there are where I go to this malls and the shops and all that, and there is so much of food that is being sold which I should not be eating, which is not good for my health. How do I take charge? You just take charge. You tell yourself, I'm going to take charge. I'm not going to eat that. Okay. And then when it comes to that, I make it a point that I don't eat it, I don't buy it. Same way about this also, about the person, as you rightly said, the person can only hurt you if you allow it.
Yeah.
Then you have to start creating the right kind of boundaries.
Okay.
You get me? The right kind of boundaries. You got to be aware where you're allowing or not allowing it to be breached, right?
Okay.
And how much am I allowing it? And question is, if I'm allowing it, what is the secondary benefit that I'm getting of allowing it? Like, do I get to play the victim again? Are you getting me? So there is a secondary benefit to it. You got to know, it's a very subtle thing. Like in my book, I have written giving up something to receive everything. There's a secondary benefit. We got to know the secondary benefit.
Okay.
Sometimes we allow ourselves, because I love the attention that I get of playing the victim. Many of us don't even know this.
Okay.
So we got to start becoming aware that I am allowing it,
Okay.
right? And then create the right kind of boundaries. And as I said, I don't buy that food from because it's going to be unhealthy for me. Same way, I take charge and I create that boundary, and I don't allow that to affect me or come close to me. It's almost like
Okay.
protecting that part of me which is hurt.
Um,
Are you getting me? So these are the ways you can, but you have to tell yourself, I am willing to take charge. I am taking charge. That is something that is you got to repeat. How do you take it? It will show up in your actions. Make sense?
okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you
One of
so
the best
much.
things to do for everyone who's attending over here, one of the best things to do is that you have to write down what are the actions you're taking, what are the actions, what is the effect that is producing, and what am I going to do about it, right? And if you did something wrong or you think I allowed it, there's nothing wrong about it, rework on it. And of course, that is the thing that trauma takes its own time because you don't grow like this overnight. Are you hearing me? It's like building the muscle. तुम बोलेगा आज जाके 100 किलो उठाएगा, first thing you can't lift it, right? You can't lift it, but you can धीरे धीरे, but over maybe 20 days, maybe 1 year, 2 years, you can lift it. But then you got to do it consistently. Then according to that, you have to have your diet also. Then according to that, you have to go to the gym also. Everything you got to do. Okay. Thank you for that question.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.